Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting of the Wayne County Commission to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Anderson,
Present.
Commissioner Clemente.
Here.
Commissioner Dobb has requested an excuse. Commissioner Garza. Commissioner Killeen,
Here.
Commissioner Kenlack,
Present.
Commissioner Marecki. Here. Commissioner Baker McCormick. Here. Commissioner Peterson Mayberry.
Present, thank you.
Commissioner Scott. Commissioner Wilson. Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydoun.
Present.
Vice Chair Palomero has requested an excuse. Chair Bell,
Here.
you have a quorum present.
Thank you so much. Next item.
Next item, pledge of the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance.
Oh, my God. Two of them back here.
Thank you so much. Next item, please.
Invocation.
Today, we will have our invocation by our very own Commissioner Alan Wilson. Commissioner Wilson?
Thank you, my awe-inspiring Madam Chair Alicia Bell. And thank you, my fellow esteemed commissioners, county staff, friends, distinguished guests, and anyone that I may have missed this morning. I humbly, yet proudly, stand before you here today as attestation that God is ahead of my life. And through our belief in God, all things can and will change in our favor. With that in mind, I am thoroughly confident some of you have fallen short of the glory of God. But we must continue to do the work to strive towards the level of perfection that He has ordained upon each and every one of us. So we must never forget that we are a collective and incessant work in progress. Let us pray. Gracious and almighty God, we come before you today and every day with grateful hearts, thankful for the opportunity to gather as leaders, public servants, residents, and members of the Wayne County community. We ask your blessing upon the members of this Wayne County Commission and all those who are entrusted with the responsibility of serving the public. Grant them wisdom in their decisions, patience in their discussions, courage in times of difficulty, and compassion for every person whose life is directly affected by the work of this Wayne County Commission. Remind us that leadership is not simply a position of authority, but it is a commitment to serve others with humility, honesty, fairness, and integrity. Help us to listen carefully, speak respectfully, and work together for the common good of all. Please guide this board as it addresses the concerns of our communities and help each member make decisions that promote safety, opportunity, justice, and hope throughout our esteemed Wayne County. May everything accomplished during this meeting today reflect a sincere spirit of service and a shared desire to improve the lives of the people we are categorically, unequivocally, irrefutably, incontrovertibly, invariably, and absolutely privileged to serve. It is claimed, it is so, and so it is. Let the chamber say, amen. Let the chamber say, amen. Let the chamber say, amen. Thank you all. God bless you. Love you all. Thank you. All right.
Pastor Wilson.
Thank you so much. Let's thank our Commissioner, Deacon Allen Wilson, for that wonderful prayer this morning.
Mhm.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful prayer. Thank you so much. Next item, please.
Reading, correcting, and approval of the journal.
Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydun,
Move for approval.
their support?
Commissioner Moreno, support it.
I don't have a screen is up. And I heard Commissioner Garza. My screen. I don't have my screen up. It's been moved and supported to approve the reading correction approval of the journal. Any discussion? Hearing none, please vote.
1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
Gabe?
Yay.
All right, thank
You
you.
may vote using your tablets.
Thank-
Motion carries.
Thank you. The next item,
Report from the chair.
nothing today. Next item.
Unfinished business, there is none listed. We're moving to page 2 of the agenda, offering of all petitions, ordinances, resolutions, and presentations. There is one item listed, a resolution by Commissioners Bell, Baydun, Clementi, Colleen, Marecki, Baker, McCormick, and Wilson, authorizing Wayne County to intervene and participate in the Michigan Public Service Commission proceedings filed by DTE Energy concerning its pending rate increase application.
As you know, many of our residents have expressed concern about the increase in rates for our DTE energy bills. Wayne County Commission was asked to join Macomb County and Oakland County as they intervene in this matter. So this is a resolution for us to join them as a tri-county initiative to intervene in the rate hikes that DTE is proposing to do in the upcoming month to the Public Service Commission. I'll entertain a motion. Okay. Moved by, I heard Baydun and I heard Marecki. Any discussion? Discussion on this matter? I'll do that. I'll add co-sponsors after we vote. Hearing no discussion, please vote.
Motion carries.
Let me know when the board is open for co-sponsors.
The board is now open for co-sponsors.
Mr. Kidlock, did you want to be a co-sponsor?
Oh, yeah, yes, Madam Chair.
You have me, Pam? Thank you.
Co-sponsors duly noted.
Thank you. Next item, please.
We're moving to reports from committees. Report A is from the Committee on Public Services. There are 10 items listed on pages 2 through 5 of the agenda.
Okay, for those who are new to the Wayne County Commission, we operate in committees and we meet and vet and discuss the items that are here under the committee reports, and then they come to the full board for a final disposition. Committee on Public Services Chair, Commissioner Marecki.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move all the items for approval.
Support.
Been moved by Commissioner Marecki, supported by Commissioner Baydun. Any discussion on the Public Services report? Any discussion on the items on public services? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item.
We're moving to Report B from the Committee on Ways and Means. There are 7 items listed on pages 5 and 6 of the agenda.
Commissioner Kinlock.
Move approval of the entire report, Madam Chair. Support.
Been moved by Commissioner Kidlock, supported by Commissioner Anderson, and the screens are ready up and running now. Any discussion on the Ways and Means report? Any discussion on the Ways and Means report? Please vote.
Motion carries.
Item,
We're on report C from the Committee on Health and Human Services. There are 2 items listed on pages 6 and 7 of the agenda.
Commissioner Scott.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move approval on items 1 and 2.
Okay, 1 and 2 on the health.
Item 2 and receive and file on item 1.
Receive and file item 1, the medical
Motion on-
examiner's turnaround time analysis report, and item number 2, software acquisition contract. Any discussion on those 2 items? Please vote.
Commissioner Kidlock. Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item.
We're on report D from the Committee on Audit. There is 1 item listed.
Commissioner Peterson Mayberry.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The committee met on audit on July 22nd, and I'd like to move for receive and file item number 1.
Moved by Commissioner Peterson Mayberry, supported by Commissioner Garza. The 1 item to receive and file from the Auditor General is reports on sensitive budget issues for the Wayne County Annual Comprehensive Financial Report. Any discussion? Auditor General, would you like to make any remarks on the report?
Marcy Coro, Auditor General. This is a report that we do annually as we kick off the budget hearings. It's presented both to the Committee on Ways and Means and the Committee on Audit, and it's to help in the budget deliberation. It also gives a summary of the prior fiscal year annual comprehensive report.
Thank you so much. And those of you are aware that we are in the middle of budget season right now, so that was an item to kick off our budget season. Any further discussion? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item.
We're on report E from the Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security. There are 5 items listed on pages 7 and 8 of the agenda.
Commissioner Garza.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move, receive, and file of items 1 and 2, and approval of items 3, 4, and 5.
Moved by Commissioner Garza, supported by Commissioner Peterson Mayberry. Any discussion? Commissioner Peterson Mayberry.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to verify that we are moving forward with a current and accurate list of those dealerships that are able to participate through My Deal. And I'm not sure if procurement is in the room to address that. I know we spoke in length about it in committee because there are local Wayne County dealerships that do participate in My Deal, but they were not considered for this, so.
Commissioner, I actually can answer that question.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So I did request through the procurement the list of qualified Wayne County vendors. So I'll share that with the
Thank you.
committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And share that with the entire commission, please.
Will do. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Additional questions on the public safety report?
Motion carries.
You, next item.
We're on report F from the Committee on Government Operations. There are 8 items listed on pages 8 through 10 of the agenda.
Commissioner Clemente.
Madam Chair, I would like to move items 1 and 2 for receive and file and 3 through 8 for approval.
Moved by Commissioner Clemente, supported by Commissioner Peterson Mayberry. Discussion, Commissioner Kinlock.
Yes, Madam Chair, I have a question on item 3 and item 4. As it relates to item number 3, I'd like to ask Commission Administration as well as our council, what is the So is this an initial contract as relates to this case?
Through the chair to this honorable body, with regards to item number 3, this is the commission's contract to retain outside counsel to assist with litigation. And yes, it is our initial contract.
Okay. Okay, so that's an initial contract. So as relates to item 4, and I think this is Corp Counsel that would have to answer this question. What is the total amount spent as relates to this contract?
Good morning, Commissioner Sue Hamud, Deputy Corporation Counsel. The initial not to exceed was $35,000, and then this current modification is for an additional $35,000.
Okay, so what would be the, increase.
So the $35,000, don't quote me on this, but up to that has been exhausted,
Okay,
close to it.
so and that's the total cost associated with this particular case?
Correct.
Okay. So there's no chargebacks or any other instances where you all are?
The not to exceed would be a total of 70.
Oh, no, I'm saying as relates to this firm, but internally, are you all engaged in this, any of
No.
aspects of this?
We are engaged in this to the extent that we oversee outside counsel.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Peterson Mayfield?
I'm sorry, item number 6, I know there is a recommendation for Mr. Mackey. I know he's in the room, so I just wanted to have him, if with your approval, him come up and introduce himself as he did in committee. He was a vast of knowledge that came to the room, so we appreciate him in this space and being here today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for that introduction. And I am here today to introduce myself, I guess, right? So my name is Mike Mackey, and I have been with the county now for close to a year as a transformation chief. I've served in that role. The original goal was to come in and set up a plan for the transformation of HR, the implementation of HR. I have 35 years of experience in human resources in the public sector. I worked for the Veterans Administration and the U.S. and the U.S. Office of Personnel Management. So I graduated from college, started in public service right away, and been in it for my entire life until I retired from the federal government, and then took the job over here as transformation chief. Being here for the last year has given me the opportunity to learn a lot about the county, its customers, the employees within PHR, and how we provide services. Also to look at the systems and the implementation of the systems like Oracle, HCM. So full adoption, one of my major goals is full adoption of Oracle HCM, developing standard operating procedures, and creating an accountability structure within the organization. Filling leadership vacancies are very important. Filling our leadership vacancies and looking for people within to promote up into the positions that we need, and also grabbing expertise from the outside, recruiting very good people to come into PHR to help service that organization. I look forward to the challenge, and I thank you for the opportunity to present today. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
questions?
Mr. Mackey?
Yes, Mackey.
Any questions, Mr. Mackey, while he's here? Commissioner Baker McCormick?
I just wanted to thank you. When we met the other day, I asked you to clarify some information, and you got right on it. So thank you. You're doing a great job already.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I make it a goal of mine to clear my inbox every day.
All right, and you're doing it.
That's a
Thank
good
you.
goal. Thank you. Thank you so much. And let me just also, because you are here in the new role for Director of Personnel and Human Resources, our previous director, Donna Wilson, is here as well, and she's moved on to the County Executive's Office. Thank her for her service in PR, and now she's going to be doing special projects with the County Executive's Office. So thank you, Ms. Wilson, for your service.
And can I say one thing
Yeah.
about Donna also? She's a wealth of knowledge. So, the whole entire executive team, Ms. Janelle and Donna have really been helpful in my transition as I've come on board in Wayne County and understanding the county and understanding some of the protocols, for example, of what I need to do. And I already got a nickname too, so. Yeah, he nicknamed me already. Babe Ruth. I wish I could play baseball as good as Babe Ruth, then I wouldn't even need this job, right? But thank you for that nickname, and it's already spreading around in my community. Thanks, Sam.
I love it.
But that's.
Thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you
I
being here and
appreciate
look forward to your leadership.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank- I'm sorry, Commissioner Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And before you leave, Mr. Mackey, AKA Babe Ruth, I just want to say thank you for getting back to me as expeditiously as you did yesterday on an inquiry that I emailed to you. So I want to say that, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, but Donna Wilson, thank you for all your service in the HR department. You've been definitely a help down there getting things done and responding back to our citizens. But I just want to highlight that responding back to our citizens is probably one of the things that we probably have an opportunity to improve, if you will. When individuals sort of send emails or they go through the process, they go online and they trying to see if they're a fit for one of the openings or vacancies that we have. Sometimes there's a log jam in terms of getting back to them. I know you have a lot of people applying, but some folks can't get a response back. And we have a lot of qualified people out there who, when you don't get back to them, they just give up. So when I look at, our measurables, when I look at our statistics, I look at the fact that we have openings, we have vacancies, we're looking for people that are leaders, that have qualifications to help lead this great commission, this great Wayne County community. I just think we have to just sort of amp it up a little bit, if you will. As I alluded to in my implication about this strive to be perfected. We need to keep on trying to perfect some of these things that are creating a issue for people who are trying to get an opportunity to come on and work as Wayne County employees. So I do think, again, Donna, for all the work she's done, but I know she's only can do so much. And now you having that seat, sir. Anything I can do to help you get that done, I love to do so because I'm tired of folks sending in emails and then they don't get a response, and then they blowing my phone up. So I got potholes and bridges and culverts and dams and flooding and all that stuff to worry about. I don't need a bunch of folks saying, hey, how come I can't get a response back on a application that I applied for? So don't want to beat a dead horse, sir, but that's what you're walking into, and I'm sure you'll handle it like you've handled the other things since you've been here. But I just want to say, if I can do anything to help you, please let me know. But that's one of my biggest issues, unfortunately and regrettably.
Thank you. I
Thank
can't
you,
hit a
sir.
curveball. If you can teach me how to hit a curveball, that would be great.
What'd you say?
I said I can't hit a curveball.
Oh, okay. He's
But
pretty
yes,
good, isn't he?
responding back to applicants, responding back to who are our customers, is very important. This position is very important. Understanding where you are in the application process is very important. We do have an automated system through Oracle, right? And that system needs to be set up where it's doing that automatically for us when people apply. So we'll be working on automating those processes moving forward, and getting back with applicants is very important. At least you got to know where you're at after you apply for a job. There's no doubt
Yes,
about
sir. I
it.
appreciate that. And duly noted. And I also want to say that if it's okay with you, I got a couple that keep hounding the heck out of me. If it's okay if I send them to you? I'm gonna send you the
Absolutely.
email. That okay?
Send me an email.
All right, my friend. Well, you got a couple coming, so check your inbox.
Yeah, thank you. I
All
got
right,
you.
sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Any other
you.
questions?
Commissioner Baker McCormick? Yeah. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And we're still on the report. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Item 3 and 4, Commissioner Kenlock had asked about this contract, and I just wanted to clarify, are there still pending matters? I know I thought this was resolved, this matter.
Good morning again, Sue Hamoud, Deputy Corporation Counsel. No, it is on appeal.
Oh, it's being appealed. Okay. Thank you.
All right, any additional questions? Discussion, hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Next item, please.
We're on report G from the Special Committee on Rules. There are 2 items listed.
We had a very good Rules Committee meeting. However, Vice Chair Palomera and Melissa Dobb, who are on that committee, are not here today. So I'd like to entertain a motion to pass this for the day.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Support.
Been moved and support to pass for the day. Any discussion? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item.
We're on report H from the Committee on Ways and Means. There are 2 items listed.
Commissioner Kinlock.
Yes, Madam Chair, move approval of the entire report.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion on this report on Committee on Ways and Means? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Item.
Upcoming meetings.
So we have listed committee meetings that are coming up. Please mark your calendars and we have a COW meeting in August. Council, what's the date? What's the date for the DWIN COW? 20th? Okay, on the next full board meeting, after that meeting, we'll have a special committee of the whole right after that meeting at 1 o'clock, I believe. Okay, 12:30. But the notice will come out if it's going to be on the 20th. After full board on the 20th, we'll have a COW meeting to discuss a DWIN matter. Okay. So please note your calendars accordingly. Next item.
We're moving to new business immediate consideration. There are 4 items listed. Item number 1 is requesting commission approval of amendment number 3 to a 3-year subrecipient agreement between the Charter County of Wayne and Southeast Michigan Community Alliance.
Okay, we have a few immediate considerations. They were requested by the administration and they were not able to go to committee. So if whoever is speaking to this item could please come before us and discuss why it could not go to committee and what it is before us today.
Good morning. Good morning, Anthony Cartwright, Interim Director, Economic Development. The third amendment for SIMCA is an agreement to extend the time of the contract. As you are well aware, you guys, honorable body approved $20 million for the Workforce Development Program via Wayne Link, and through a financial review, it was determined that it was about $300,000 that was left over. In order to not send that money back to the Treasury, we got with SIMCA, Allen Law Group, Grants Team, and Corporation Counsel to determine that that money could be repurposed to help about another 20 to 30 Wayne County residents. You guys have a slide deck in front of you, and just to give some highlights of the program, SIMCA CEO Greg Petoniak to come give you some highlights of the program and what we did with that first $19.7 million.
Thank you, Anthony, and thank you, Madam Chair and Commission, for the opportunity today. I also would like to acknowledge that I have here with me Dan Martinez, our Director of New Initiatives, who oversaw the implementation of the Wayne Link program. This is a program you can be very proud of, folks, that had great success. And before I go into that, I first need to thank you that this 2026 is the 30th anniversary year for SEMCA as an organization. I appreciate the commission passing a resolution congratulating us on our 30th anniversary. So thank you very much on that. So Wayne Link, to refresh your memory, was authorized in June of 2024 by the commission and began serving customers August 1, 2024. It's a comprehensive network connecting job seekers to training, employment programs, and supportive services throughout Wayne County. It offers personalized, inclusive opportunities to help them build skills, launch fulfilling careers, and explore diverse pathways. The second slide, you can see that some of the numbers that we've had impact on. We had 9,300 folks from across all of Wayne County apply for the program. 3,400 were in the Career Navigator program. 2,200 in the underrepresented populations that were exited. And then the STEP program, which is primarily the training program, we trained 1,129. And then the return to work program where we assisted individuals to stabilize employment was 685. The next slide provides you with the outcomes, if you will, related to employment. And the status at the program entry, 64% who started the program were unemployed at that time. And 17% started with, at the time they started, had full-time employment. Upon exit, 43% exited unemployed, so we greatly improved the employment stats. 37% exited with full-time employment. 20%, that's a 20% increase in the number of individuals who moved to full-time employment. And 56 of the enrolled participants were exited in some form of employment. The last slide provides you with a, like a bubble map, if you will, of where the concentration of participants were. You can see it was very broad across the county, and the very fine print on the right identifies it by community. And you can see if, understandably, City of Detroit had the largest number of people who were served in the program, and then some of the other larger suburbs had some pretty large numbers. But having said that, was pretty well spread throughout all of Wayne County. The individuals were assisted. We are especially proud of the partners that we had in this program. Many of these organizations you see on the slide are very familiar to you, and they were excellent partners and collaborators in the success of this program. That would conclude my formal remarks, Madam Chair. If there's any questions or questions.
Not at this time, but I do have a question for Anthony, just for clarification. This was before us today is to extend the contract to the end to December 15th, not for additional funds, just to extend the length of time that we will continue to do the work.
Yeah, so this is a no-cost extension to the county. We're extending the date, like I said, because we did notice through the financial review that there was some money left over, and we wanted to continue to help Wayne County residents with this highly successful program. We were at State of the County. We touted, the success of this program, and you just saw the numbers there. So if we can help additional residents, we do want that extra time to do that.
Thank you. Commissioner Marecki?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have a question about your PowerPoint. So 43, the status of the program exit, 43 exited unemployed. I have two questions. Why, what were the reasons they were unemployed when they exited the program? And how much?
And they also may have family circumstances that did not allow immediate employment.
So do you do a follow-up, like a year follow-up? Or will you do a year follow-up to just see?
Follow up under this, it's,
directly into the program that they trained from. So for example, some of our training partners have agreements with employers and they will transition directly. Others may take temporary employment while they search for the job that they've received their credential in. Unfortunately, the job market shrank, so availability of jobs became a little tighter. And so some people had to take job A while they continued to pursue job B. And our coaches worked with them to continue to create those relationships so they could transition into what they had trained. We do have some tracking. We wouldn't have it if they exited the program and then didn't reach back out to us, which to your question, we often ran into that. Someone would leave, exit the program, finish their credentials, and not get back in touch with us. Kind of went on with their lives.
Because I was wondering what industries did they actually go into?
I can tell you one of the most popular was CDL licensing.
Oh,
and that's good employment and in high demand in the economy. So that was one area for sure. And Dan, what were some of the other credentials?
Yeah, we had light manufacturing. We had people who went into technology. They also went into logistics. And that we have maintained those records, so we know where people were going. if they have shared that information or we helped them make that connection while they were still enrolled in the program, we tracked those things as well.
And I recall there was a part of the program that would help them with transportation, like if they had a vehicle that needed repair, you would help, or even purchase a vehicle for them. Do we have like numbers on how many of individuals we assisted with
So
those
that's
types
the
of?
return to work. It's 685.
Oh, 600.
So folks, honestly, it is a genuine problem. Even employers would tell you that they'll have a good employee that has trouble making it to work on time because of public transit issues. There may be people with temporary housing issues, that kind of thing. And this kind of supportive service goes a long way to stabilize them so they can maintain their employment. So that's the number we served.
And let me just make one clarification. We did not in this program purchase vehicles. We would provide bus tickets, ride share, and car repair or assistance with insurance and those things. We did not buy cars as part of Wayne.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
No
that.
problem.
And that is why I think we just, voters just voted for mass transit, regional changes. So thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you. Commissioner Peterson Mayberry.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So my colleague just asked the one question I was going to ask around transportation. So shout out for regional transit passing. My other question was around in your partners, I don't see unions listed. Are these individuals able to, or have we looked at what partnerships with unions could look like to train people to go into those industries? I know you said manufacturing was one, but oftentimes we hear that there are gaps in those spaces. So have we thought about what partnership looks like with our unions? And if so, are there any obstacles that have prevented the partnership from moving forward?
First of all, let me assure you that SEMCA has a very strong relationship with many unions in the context of our regular work. And in this situation, we issued an RFP, and I don't recall that any of the unions were actual bidders. It may be more about kind of what their typical training looks like and who the employers are and that kind of thing that, you know, most of the time with unions, it's tied to specific employers or long-term training like a registered apprenticeship, which this program was not positioned to fund.
Okay, so I will have some conversations with some of them because I know there are partnerships that are being sought in a variety of spaces. And I think that this would absolutely fit that partnership if need be. So none apply for the RFP.
All right,
Thank
correct.
you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, and again, let me reinforce that the registered apprenticeship space, we work substantially with the unions.
A partnership with them already. That's why I was surprised to
Yeah.
not see them on the back for partners for this, but okay, thank you.
Yep, sure.
All right, thank you. Any additional questions?
Yeah,
Cartwright?
just as a last caveat for your information, I'm sure you guys are aware, but these are ARPA funds that have to be depleted by the end of the year or sent back to the Treasury.
Good, thank you. Any additional questions from commissioners? All right. Hearing none, I have a motion by Commissioner Garza and support by Commissioner Kinlock. Please vote.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Next item.
Item number 2 is requesting commissioner approval of the 2026 through 2030 consolidated plan, a report on the 2025 annual action plan, and the program year 2026 annual action plan for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let us know why it's here for new business and explain the project, please.
Yes, so I'm Betsy Palazzola. I'm the Community Development Director for Wayne County. So this is our consolidated plan. It's a 5-year activity that we're required to do every 5 years for HUD, for the funding that we receive. Embedded within it is the annual action plan for 2026. And as well as that, they report that we're required to submit to you all from any progress on 2025 funding. So this is a process that requires public comment, a lot of stakeholder consultation. It's a much more extensive process to do the consolidated plan than it is to do an annual action plan. There's a lot of data that goes into it. Excuse me. We actually started this plan with support from consultants in early 2026. There were a lot of stakeholder engagements. And ultimately, just we came a little short, like a week or two, of being able to put this through the normal process. However, we knew that was going to be the case. And so we had support to get onto the EDC committee on July 7th to talk about the report. We also made sure that our commission liaisons shared the draft when it went out for public comment. So everyone should have received that around July 2nd. We knew that this was going to be running late, and so we wanted to do whatever we could to make sure that you all had a respectable amount of time to actually review the document. So, we have like a skip week in July. The timing was a little off, but we did try to share it as best we could in advance. And then when we attended the EDC meeting, we were able to talk about it sort of informally as a discussion, although it had not reached everybody yet through the formal electronic process.
This is $5 million deposited to us from HUD.
It's 5.5 for community development block grants, about 3.5 for home dollars, and about 500,000 for ESG. That's more or less what we get every year. It fluctuates a little bit. So this consolidated plan and the action plan cover our prospective activities, both for this current year's allocation, which we will not receive until probably spring of 2027, as well as sort of forecast for how we might spend that funding over the next 5 years, the sort of community priorities for that funding.
This has to be back to HUD by what date?
August 16th.
August 16th, and our next full board meeting wasn't until August 20th, which is why he's here today. Okay. Questions? Oh, did you have more to discuss?
I'll hold for questions and happy to go into any other details anyone's interested in.
Commissioner Killeen?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm still not understanding why this couldn't make it to committee. We've had, over the years, plenty of, dare I say, robust discussions in committees about this. There's a lot of concerns among commissioners. So what was it that didn't allow it to get to committee?
Through the chair, we just didn't have the draft done in time. Like I said, it's a lot of data analysis. It's a lot of stakeholder input. There are some timing requirements in terms of when it goes out to post and how much time. And like I said, we were just short by a week to be able to get it in front of you all. We did have a pretty good discussion about it in that EDC committee meeting.
Where?
At the EDC meeting on July 7th.
Well, that raises something else too. I don't sit on the Economic Development Committee, and the news of stuff being sent to the commission in early July, I assume you only sent it to members of the Economic Development Committee?
Through the chair, no, that is incorrect. We sent it to everybody.
Don't recall seeing that at all. But nonetheless, so what's before us today is to approve the 5-year plan?
Through the chair, yes, it's the 5-year.
26 to 30?
Yes, it's the 5-year plan, and embedded within that is the 2026 annual plan.
What?
The 2026 annual plan, so we have to submit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to
it's
approve the
embedded.
annual plan today also.
Yes, there's more detail in an annual plan than there is in a consolidated plan.
And there's a lot of discussion in here about delegated authority, which means that the commission is approving. The commission has authority over all of this. But the commission in the past, and it's repeated here again today, has said, oh, we'll delegate some of our authority to the executive to carry out these plans, correct? Is there any new, I saw in the report, like also being sought as delegated authority for the CEO for projects at this time included in the action plan. Is there any new requests for delegated authority in this plan that wasn't in the previous 5-year plan?
Through the chair, I think that when I wrote that transmittal, I tried to clarify what we were really asking for. It is largely the same. The way that we try to strike the balance between sort of review and timing is that projects that we know up front we want to put in, those we request delegated authority for. And then the pots of funding where we're not quite sure what we would do with it, that we reserve to come back to you all. And then there's a little bit of a gray area when it comes to, for example, our home repair or our demolition funds. We know we're going to run the program. We know that we have already through procurement pre-qualified vendors. And so we don't know the exact addresses. But rather than say, let's come back for every single address, we ask for delegated authority to run the program. And then if we make any deviations in terms of, like if all of a sudden we're going to, move a bunch of money from one activity to another, then we'll come back to you all.
Well, in the context of this, then, what does delegated authority mean for those 2 projects you just cited?
Right. So delegated authority for the demolition program looks like we have a set amount that we're saying that we want to spend on demolition in the next calendar year. You all can review that amount. And then if you say, okay, fine, you guys can have 350,000 for demolition, then as we get urgent requests or as dangerous buildings come up in the inventory throughout the year, we can just go ahead and knock them down without coming back to you for this building's 24,000, this building's 100,000, this building's 250,000.
Well, these are not insignificant sums of money here. And these projects are all over the county, in effect, all over the county. So, like on a CBDG project, sometimes local communities, when their turn comes up to spend the CBD dollars, are not ready to spend it for whatever reason in their local budget. The delegated authority means that the executive branch can replace those projects with other projects in the plan?
Through the chair, no, actually. So that does happen, you're right. We, sometimes communities say, we have this priority project. Can you fund it? We say, yes, that's eligible. We'll put it in our list for 2026. And then when we get a little further along, engineering falls through or something happens.
Right.
Right. And they're like, oh, we can't do it. So we always work with the communities. We say, if you have something that's ready to go now, we'll look at it. Otherwise, we kind of probably need to move you to the next year. But that requires a reprogramming. That requires an amendment to the action plans, and those do come back for commission review. Because it's 2 actions, it's.
Yeah, but delegated authority means you have the authority to do something. You're telling me that those will come back to the commission for approval?
We have delegated authority under the CDBG Public Facility Program to execute the contracts for those projects that are listed in the action plan. So if we aren't able to do one of those projects and we have to find a new use for that money, that new use for the money was not approved by commission.
Right.
So we don't have delegated authority for that. So that's why we would bring the action plan amendments back to you all before we actually issue a contract for a different project.
Well, I think this is an area that needs more clarification in terms of delegated authority, what that does and what that doesn't do. Because again, this is a lot of money spent in our communities. And I know local have opinions, local government have opinions on the importance of projects. Okay, bear with me a moment, Madam Chair. There's a few things here. So are we still doing, and this is why I think we need to have this discussion in committee. Are we still soliciting plans, CBDG plans, where 2 or 3 local communities that are geographically together can submit one plan for spending their CBD dollars instead of just city by city?
Through the chair, that is always an option for people. There have been projects where I've, since I've been here, reached out to communities to see if that was of interest, but to date, we have actually not had any of those come through. But it is an option available to communities, and we have a process to verify eligibility.
And that was a process that was approved by this commission to allow that to take place within the CBDG dollars. And we had long discussions about those in committees. I think that was in the last action. Maybe that was in the 20 action plan. And local communities aren't, because the idea was, you know, these 20,000 CBD dollars that go to local communities, that only goes so far. And the idea was is we could have communities working on a little bit of a, I won't say regional, but in their area to say, hey, if we combine our dollars, we can have an impactful project in this area that will impact the 3 communities. And that is not being used.
So, excuse me, so I thought you were referring to sort of our construction projects. In our public services area, there is one of those collaboratives. The Grosse Pointe communities and Harper Woods partner together to run a senior shuttle. And so those communities opt, some of them put all of it in, some of them put a portion in, and they collectively fund a senior shuttle that can get their residents around in that little neck
Well,
of
the
the
points
woods.
have always done that. If you look back in time, they've always done that to support that public service for people to get around. But no other groups within the county have put forth plans.
No, there was one where there was like a segment of the Iron Bell Trail where it wasn't eligible in one community, but if they joined forces with the next, the income would have worked out, but they weren't ready to move on that. So we sort of put a pin in it.
I just wanted an update because there was a lot of discussion about whether we should do this or not and whether we should allow those kind of things. So just as a feedback now to see, well, maybe there's not a whole lot of those kind of things going on out there. I also want to reference, and this was our staff. It's also difficult because I think I got this 2 days ago, I believe, for immediate consideration. And there's an enormous amount of things in here to go through. So excuse me if I have a couple of questions. But there's a chart in here of unspent funds from 2020 to 2025. What is that chart showing me?
Through the chair. So, and just to one last thing on the last comment around collaboratives. So every year we issue a request for proposals. And in that we can sort of clarify what we're asking for. So for the next round in the spring, I'll put an extra section in there that encourages people to do collaborative projects. That's certainly within our wheelhouse, and we can speak to that in our annual meeting that we discussed that in. The chart that you're referring to was requested by commission staff. Every time we submit anything really for CDBG, they sort of ask us to give them a rundown of what we still have. And so that's just a reference to the funding that's currently allocated to older projects that we're still working on spending down. So that those projects, those program years are all allocated to projects that have been previously approved by you all. And then again, if we were to make any changes, it would come back through an amendment. But that's just the money in spend down currently.
I think I need to talk to my lawyer.
Everyone, that this was discussed at the Economic Development Committee member meeting. So Commissioner Killeen will be wrapping up, I believe, soon.
I wasn't aware that I was under a time limit, Madam Chair. But if we want to do the 15 minutes that we become familiar with in Congress at various hearings that the committees have. So how do we come up like in 2024 where there was $4 million of unspent funds? How does that happen? That are now being allocated somewhere else, and I'm assuming you're allocating them based on having designated authority.
The 2024 funds that are allocated were allocated through the 2024 action plan that
Correct.
came before this body. There is, I think it's worth pointing out, there's a very large delay in the years between when we get, like, in terms of what the year is called. So we're submitting the 2026 action plan. We will not get 2026 funding until 2027, at which point we begin contracting. And so it's actually not out of line that some of those projects might not even break ground until 2028. So that's why there's always a lag between, so the 2024 projects, this is their construction season. They're spending down right now. That's just kind of how the cadence tends to work with the county's procurement process and the speed at which we get funds from HUD. But again, those 2024 projects have already been approved by this commission, and we do not make changes to those, even under delegated authority, without coming back to you all.
Projects, the 5 million last year, the 2 million in 2023, all those dollars are being spent on projects that were approved in the action plan.
That is correct.
Just that there were delays of some sort.
That is correct.
And then if you could just spend a moment, Madam Chair, and I'll end with this one. The family center. There was discussion here that there was 3 million home dollars from ARP that were slated for the construction of a new family center. Well, what's happening? That's, you know, I think that's the only dollars that we formally spend in our budget, and I could be wrong on this, for homeless. This is for homeless families out in Western Wayne. And I believe they have a capacity of something like 28 families that they can, and I could be wrong on that too, or 32 families, but they have a waiting list that's unbelievable, you know, like 250 families. So what's the status of the construction project, and what is the, there is in the plan here, 446,000 for Samaritas for that. So two questions. Is that 446,000, is that new money, or is that our annual support for the family center?
Yes, so there are two different things. There's two different programs that are getting muddled here. So the home ARP dollars that's a one-time grant program that came through COVID. Though that program is actually not part of the consolidated planning process. It was mentioned in the con plan because we're supposed to make reference to other sources of funding that the county has, but it's governed by its own planning process. So it's not super relevant to this consolidated plan. That being said, when the county in maybe 2023 submitted their action plan for home ARP, there was a proposal at the time to build a new family center. That proposal was brought to the county by a private entity. That proposal was not fully underwritten, and at the time that the county committed funds to it, that project did not have full funding. Namely, that project was predicated upon them receiving several $millions more than we were even going to put into it from the state of Michigan. That funding never materialized. So that project actually sort of died on the vine. And now we're looking at the deadline to spend home ARP dollars, and we need to put it in funding somewhere that will actually spend. So that's why there's a second project, item coming through TCM to you. It's with commission review right now that we'll talk about at the next committee meeting when it makes, and that's actually an edit to the overall home ARP plan. And what we're doing with that funding, or proposing to do, is actually take it from a shelter rebuild project that's not viable and put it towards permanent supportive housing projects throughout Wayne County in coordination with the Wayne County Continuum of Care, so the homeless services providers. And so that is an effort to take dozens of individuals permanently out of homelessness. So we are moving money from one aspirational prior homelessness services idea, but we're putting it into projects that can actually spend that have been fully underwritten.
Portable house.
Yes, and the county is now a gap funder instead of supposedly filling this whole project. So that's home ARP. It's not as super relevant to the con plan. But to come back to the con plan, the funding that is in there through the ESG program, which is Emergency Solutions Grant, that's the 400 and change you're referring to. That is our annual allocation that we get every year. And that's going to the existing family shelter in Westland through Samaritas.
All set, Commissioner?
Well, I just want to comment, Madam Chair, that I think this delegated authority that has come up here, I think that needs some more discussion perhaps in committee and a better understanding from commission when we're handing over authority, because I have more questions on that, but I will delay that for today. When we're handing over our authority to the executive branch, to be fully aware of what that means and like this year, I think there is some new delegated authority within this as I read this. So I think we just really need to understand that as a commission. What does delegated authority mean? What are the limits of it? And where is that taking place in our contracts? Thank you for a little patience, Madam Chair.
Thank you. This is a 5-year plan, so we appreciate the questions because, again, it wasn't, it was discussed at committee, but all commissioners aren't on the Economic Development Committee, so it's valid to have questions here about these type of things, especially with this large dollar amount, but we're receiving this dollar amount. I'll just remind everyone of that. And then we're dispersing it through the communities in Wayne County. So are there any final comments you'd like to make?
No, thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Thank you. As this item has been moved by Commissioner Kinlock and supported by Commissioner Garza, any additional questions? And also, I'm sure the chair of Economic Development will have this periodically come through so that we can get a report on how it's moving along as well. Hearing no questions, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Item number 3 is requesting commission approval of the reappointment of Thomas Scott to the Detroit-Wayne Joint Building Authority Board of Commissioners.
Moved by Commissioner Killeen, supported by Commissioner Wilson. Is Mr. Scott here by any chance? That's fine if he's not. He is currently our appointment to the Detroit-Wayne Joint Building Authority. The term expired, and this is a request to have him reappointed to that body. It's a 3-member body. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Next item.
Item number 4 is filling of the District 8 vacancy.
Thank you so much. So over the last 40 years since the Wayne County Commission has been a charter commission, we have had the practice of the outgoing commissioner recommending who will replace them if they are able to. Jackie Curry did this, Ken Cockrell, Diane Webb, Burton Leland. And then last year with the late Commissioner Irma Clark Coleman made mention of who she would want to succeed her in her unfortunate passing. So today we are here to do the same thing for the filling of the District 8 vacancy. Diane Webb departed that seat a few years ago, and she recommended David Kniezek, and this body voted for David Kniezek to take that seat. Today, we are having a vote to fill that seat because Commissioner Kniezek is now President Kniezek of Henry Ford College. And we're proud of his leadership, but to that end, he would like to say a few words as it address the vacancy that he has left on the Wayne County Commission.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
First, if it's appropriate, I hope you'll permit me just to extend my congratulations to Commissioner Peterson Mayberry on her recent success on Tuesday. We all love and have such a special place in our hearts for Commissioner Clark Coleman. We know the incredible shoes that she left for you to fill. I think you've just done such an incredible job living up to and pursuing that legacy. So congratulations again. The other thing I'll just briefly say, as I was sitting here listening to the meeting, I was struck by the issues that were being discussed today and how well a number of them align with the work that we're doing in my new role at Henry Ford College. We talked about issues around transportation, and we just signed a new partnership last week with the United Way of Southeast Michigan to help provide transportation to get our students to and from school. We talked about partnerships with the trades. We just signed a new partnership 2 weeks ago with the Michigan Carpenters Union, where we can recognize and award credit for the programs that they're going through with their apprenticeships. And so I just feel so excited still to be in the role that I am. It's challenging work, it's invigorating work, it's a lot of fun, and you know that you're having an incredible impact on the lives of people young and old who are wanting to come back to school, pursue their education. And a lot of that, I think that awareness, that compassion, that interest in doing this type of work started right here for me on the Wayne County Commission. So I am sad to be gone, but I'm also very excited to be where I'm at. As you said, Madam Chair, there are 116,000 people that live in Dearborn Heights, Garden City, and Inkster. 116,000 could probably do a great job sitting in this chair and representing all of us as that commissioner, but unfortunately we only get one. And so since I had announced my intent to leave this commission a few weeks ago, I had received a pretty significant outreach from folks in the community across all three cities who expressed their desire to step into the role. I know that after I had formally left here on July 17th, there was also some increased outreach and engagement from folks that were coming directly to this chair and to this body now that I was no longer here. I think it is such a tremendous thing that we have this level of interest in the role. I think it's such a tremendous thing that we have so many qualified people between Dearborn Heights, Garden City, and Inkster that are ready and excited about stepping into and providing leadership to this district and to serve with all of you as colleagues. But as you said, I'm in this unenviable position where I have to recommend one. And so what I'm about to say is just that. I'm going to recommend one. But I don't want anybody to hear that and interpret it as anything other than I have to pick one. We have incredible people that I've spoken to over these last few weeks. I think any one of them could step into this role and do a great job. But that being said, Madam Chair, I do want to say to this honorable body that my recommendation to fill my seat is a gentleman named Mr. Hassan Ahmed. Hassan is the current chair of the Dearborn Heights City Council. And so as you all sit here doing the legislative work that you have to do on a commission, I'm recommending to you an individual who has similar legislative type experience. I know some of you have come from municipal governments yourselves, and he certainly fits that bill. And as being chair of that body, Madam Chair, you know all of the things that he has to juggle and manage and maintain as it relates to the Dearborn Heights City Council. So I saw in him legislative experience that aligns very well with the work that he's going to have to do here on the Wayne County Commission. But I think above that, in many ways, he also is an incredible public servant. And he has a heart for the community and has been active and engaged in our community for years that predated his time on the city council. I think all of us have been invited to or attended in years past the annual gala that's hosted by the LAHC. I know they were featured up here on the screen earlier today. Mr. Ahmed is the chair of the board for LAHC, and so he is giving back to the community in these formalized ways, but he's also somebody who likes to roll up his sleeves and get active and engaged out in the community itself. And I'll just tell you one story that I think is really instructive about the heart and the character of the man that I'm recommending to you here today. A few years ago, I had a woman reach out to me on Facebook. She lived at Warren and Beach Daily in Dearborn Heights. She had cancer. She was not able to get out and into her yard and to maintain things. She had this very overgrown tree in the backyard. It was falling on the lines and reaching out to DTE and talking to everybody and just needed somebody to come out and help clean up her property. And so I picked up the phone and I called Hassan and I said, I'm happy to go help this young lady, but I need a couple extra set of hands to do it. And to be candid with you, I used it as my excuse to go to Lowe's and buy a new chainsaw. But I knew that if I picked up the phone and I told Hassan about the type of work that needed to be done, that he was somebody that I could count on to show up. And when he showed up, along with other members of the Dearborn Heights City Council to help maintain this woman's property, cut down some trees, use that chainsaw, he also brought his 2 boys. And I said to him, you know, we're going to be doing some pretty heavy lifting, potentially dangerous work today. I'm worried about your boys being here. And he said to me, David, it's so important to me to instill in my boys that type of heart for community service and to get to know the people in our community and what their need is and to instill in them the passion for public service that he is. I think that to me is just a very instructive story about the type of man that he is. I won't go into everything and all the detail, but just know this is a phenomenal human being, has a lovely wife at home, 3 children, has been serving the Dearborn Heights community for a very, very long time. And based upon his experience, I think that he'd be able to step into this role and lead with courage, with integrity, and with distinction, and also serve as a phenomenal colleague to you all as you hopefully put him under your wings and help him transition into the role as well. So that being said, Madam Chair, I'd be happy to entertain any comments, questions, or concerns you might have. I'd also be happy to go back and take my seat.
Thank you, Commissioner, for being here today. You were a joy to work with here on the Wayne County Commission, and Henry Ford College is very fortunate to have you. Our loss is their gain.
Thank you,
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Appreciate your words. This time, I'd like to recognize Commissioner Baydun.
Madam Chair, thank you. Former Commissioner President Kanizik, thank you for being here. I couldn't have said it any better about my colleague in real estate, Hassan Ahmad. I've known him for over 3 decades. He's a man of integrity, very transparent, God-fearing person. And in my opinion, this is the type of a person I would like to have with me. With all due respect, like you mentioned, David, there are many, many qualified candidates, and I'm looking at a couple of them here, like Kareem, very young, energetic man, very active in the Dearborn Heights, in the Dearborn community. Madam Chair, I will make a motion to appoint Hassan Ahmad, the chair of the City Council in Dearborn Heights, to fill the vacancy in District 8.
Thank you. Is there support? Moved by Commissioner Sam Baydun, supported by Commissioner Kinlock. Discussion, Commissioner Wilson?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So, sitting here this morning, I'm very pleased to support the tradition that is the Wayne County Commission when we assume a vacancy in one of the 15 commissioner posts. I've been a commissioner for about 1.5 years, and I fought like heck to get elected against a field of very noble but vicious opponents. So I say that to say this. I'm proud again to uphold the tradition, but I'd be remiss as a commissioner and as a man to not tell you what's on my mind. So, having said that, I didn't get officially notified until yesterday of who my esteemed brother and good commissioner, David Kanizik, recommended. I understand he resigned on July 17th, and that's great. I wish him well. He's going to do a great job over at Henry Ford. But then we're left to make the determination for the last month. So during the interim, we got all sorts of folks sending emails, sending in applications, going on Facebook, cringing for this opportunity, this great, esteemed, privileged opportunity to sit here as a Wayne County Commissioner. So I don't take that lightly. So when we got a rule, we all should abide by it, and not only abide by it when it's convenient, but we should abide by it as expeditiously as practicable, so we can avert all of the conflict and all of the controversy that ensued the date of July 17th. So I've read through about 10 of the resumes, I believe it was. Absolutely incredible resumes. We got some smart people in Wayne County. And we got people who want to get engaged and who want to get involved, who want to participate to represent our constituency in Wayne County. So I take my hat off to them. I just met Mr. Green, I think this morning. I read his resume a few weeks ago, but I looked at that resume, I said, this guy is stellar. He's got an excellent resume. I think there's a couple other young ladies, Gator, I think her name was, Mitchell, Chisholm. I can go right down the line and say we have some incredible individuals who are vying for this spot. So to make a long story short, I'm going to uphold the traditions of Wayne County Commission. I'm not here to go against that. But again, I have to speak my mind because I'm very saddened that we have so many good folks, but we only can choose one. So with that being said, Mr. Hassan Akmoon, believe me, I met you before. You're a fine young man, very smart, very energetic. You sat next to my man Mo, the mayor over in Dearborn Heights. We had a conversation about a year ago, and I think you would do a great job, no doubt about it, as well as the other individuals who also applied. So to end, I'll say, Sam Beydoun, he's been your champion. Man been him off is almost every other day, you know, kind of advocating for your presence on the board, as well as Kinizek the last several days. So to end it and to conclude, let's move forward. Let's uphold the tradition of our Wayne County Commission. And I'll be more than glad to do that. But again, with the caveat, we need to make sure we abide by the rule quickly, not later. So thank you very much, Madam Chair, for enduring. Thank you all for listening, and God bless you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And to Mr. Hassan, we did have a chance to talk, and as I stated, I didn't have a problem with any of the individuals that applied or not applied, but sent us their resume. I again, and I've said this multiple times, and all of you know, that's how I feel. I feel like we should have a written process and follow it, plain and simple, nothing against any candidates. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay. Moved by Commissioner Beydoun, supported by Commissioner Kinlock for the replacement of District 8 Commission. Hearing no further discussion, please vote.
Motion carries.
Great. Thank you so much. Stand up, sir. All right, congratulations.
Madam Chair, can you have the candidate come say a few words?
Sure. Would you like to say a word, sir?
Thank you, madam.
Morning, everyone. Again, Hassan Ahmad, Honorable Madam Chair, Honorable Commissioners, thank you so much for your vote and your trust. That means the word to me. First, I will be missed. Special thank you to President Kenizek. I know I was one of many who he interviewed. I do thank him for the opportunity, and I wish him best of luck in his new role. I also would like to thank Commissioner Sam Beydoun for the nomination, and Commissioner Kinlock for seconding that nomination. I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you to keep moving the great county of Wayne to new heights. I also would like to thank a couple of individuals. We have Honorable Mo Beydoun of Dearborn Heights here with us today, and Honorable Mayor Jacobs from the Garden City. I do thank them for their encouragement and support. I'm committed to serve the Wayne County residents, especially the residents of Dearborn Heights, Inkster, and Garden City, with dedication, transparency, and integrity, alongside with all of you. Thank you again for your support. I'm really humbled and gracious for your support. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Jacobs, for being here today. We appreciate you being here and coming to the Wayne County Commission, sir. Want to also thank Ms. Latan Gator for being here, former president of Dearborn Heights District 7 School Board, and Mr. Kareem for being here as well. As was stated, there were many wonderful people who put in for their interest in this position. It was a very difficult decision, but thank you all for your interest and wanting to serve, and look forward to serving with you. So thank you so much. And we will go to the next item.
We're on page 14 of the agenda, testimonial resolutions and certificates of appreciation. There are 4 items listed.
Is there a motion? Moved by Commissioner Baker McCormick, supported by Commissioner Wilson for the 4 testimony resolutions and certificates of appreciation. Any discussion on those items? Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to be added to Alan Young and Associates for his 40 years of dedication.
Yes.
Fine young man. I knew his parents.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes.
And
They were-
actually, that resolution
Dad was
did
an
have
elected
all
official.
commissioners on it. So your
Yes.
name was on there.
So, it's on there?
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
Thank you. Okay, I guess that's all on this one. Thank
Okay,
you.
very good. No, thank you so much, Alan C. Young, to have 40 years in accounting services was truly a blessing. And now his sons are kind of moving up in that role with him as well. So he had a wonderful celebration last week. So he was very pleased to be acknowledged by the Wayne County Commission.
Very good.
Thank you. Commissioner Kinlock.
Madam Chair, you can, this absolutely has nothing to do with this, but I want to remind folks before they leave, we have lunch at noon on the 7th floor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're right. It had nothing to do with it.
Exactly. I'm like, that's during remote ass members. So what are we doing?
Thank you.
What's on the menu?
I know, right? It's been moved and supported. All in favor of the testimony?
Chair.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Anthony, Mayberry Peterson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to be added to the resolution on Minu Jones as well. The amazing work that she is doing as it relates to being healthy. I
Yes.
would just say that. Thank you.
Okay, absolutely. Duly noted. And Dr. Boyles Dukes, if you all recall, came here with the request that we do whatever we can to make sure that there wasn't a cigar bar at the airport. And they did retract that RFP, so there would not be a cigar bar at Detroit Airport. So this, they had a celebration, so it provided acknowledgement for the 2 of them for championing that cause. So I will definitely put you down as on those certificates as well. And Commissioner Scott, yes.
Thank you. I don't know Minu Jones, but I certainly do want to thank her for that smoke-free environment. You know, Irma and I talked about that so much.
So much, yes.
Yeah.
No, I was so happy to have them as champions, and their activism paid off, and they decided to go another way. And remember, the Wayne County Commission also put forth a resolution opposing a cigar bar at the Detroit airport. So thank you. All right. So all in favor of the certificates, please vote. Not all in favor, that wasn't the right word. Please vote in favor or not, just vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item.
On memoriams, there are 2 names listed.
Okay, there are 2 names listed. One that we all know, Dr. Iris Taylor, phenomenal woman, school board, Detroit Public School Board member, president of Receiving Hospital at one point. Long time, long life community activist passed suddenly last week, and we want to make sure that we keep her family in our prayers. Her services will be, I think, tomorrow and Saturday. Tomorrow's the viewing, and Saturday is the service, if I'm not mistaken. So we want to uplift her and her family during this very difficult time. Commissioner Peterson Mayberry, do you want to have a word?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I just would affectionately call her my girl Iris. We did run our school board race together in 2016 and ran on a slate and were successful. And we've been able to stay kind of connected at the hip as it relates to the work in Detroit Public Schools and actually bringing the health industry into the school district, health hubs in the school district and coming in, serving as her vice president and then having her pass that torch, so to speak. But her services, I mean, viewing starts tonight. So there's viewing tonight and tomorrow actually at Swanson on 6 Mile. So we do want to just make sure her services are on Saturday at Second Ebenezer Church under Bishop Van. But we just want to make sure that people, if they want the opportunity to come and pay their respects, it is a great loss, not only to the city, in the health industry in the school district, but she just touched so many young people, as they affectionately call her Mama Iris, because she did not have biological children of her own. So glad I got an opportunity to see her before she made her transition. But thank you for lifting up Dr. Iris Taylor.
Mr. Scott?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to certainly be added to Dr. Iris's memory. She done some wonderful things. I thank God for her life and all that she did. Had great conversations with her, so.
Sorely missed she'll be. Absolutely. Thank you. Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Can I be added as well? Okay, thank you.
And I think I did put a request in for all commissioners, actually. Yes. Okay. Commissioner Clemente?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to add a name to our memoriams, Sergeant Adam Morosi. He was a firefighter in Lincoln Park and lived in the city of Trenton. And there was a memorial ride last week for him through many cities downriver. Young man left behind a wife and a family, and very saddened about that in our community. He was really active and wonderful young man, and so I'd like to add him, please.
Certainly will do. Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydun?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to add two names. The first one is Haj Ibrahim Rahal. He's the father of Khalil Rahal, the former assistant to the Wayne County Executive. He passed away a couple days ago. He was my soccer coach in the 1980s. He will definitely be missed. Again, I extend my sincere condolences to our friend Khalil Rahal and the entire family. And the second man who was my mentor, the former principal of my school back in Lebanon, the father of my childhood friend, Sami Bazi. He also passed away a couple of days ago. He will be missed. I extend my sincere condolences. He was also, by the way, the brother-in-law of former Commissioner El Haddis. So maybe you can send him a note of condolences. Thank you again, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. So sorry for your loss. Any additional names to be added? Hearing none, could everyone please rise for a moment of silence? Thank you so much. And again, let's keep the families in our prayers of all who have lost loved ones. Next item, and before we go to the next item, can I make a correction on the certificates of appreciation? It's Alan Young, it's just say audit services, not legal services. Next item.
Public comments.
Okay, public comments, 2 minutes for public comments, and we'll start on Zoom. Is there anyone for public comments on Zoom? Joanne?
Yes, good morning. May I be heard?
Yes, we can hear you. 2 minutes, please, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for signing on to doing something about DTE's rate increases. They destroy people's property and they dilly-dally fixing it and they dilly-dally cutting trees down around lines, etc. But I'm calling you about concerns. I've written every member on the commission about the lack of proper funding for Third Circuit Court. I just got and received well, one office called me back, but I've seen nothing done about it. I'm also disappointed that there seems to be a code of silence going on about the abuse of me by Allied security guards on November 17th of last year. They won't even tell Wayne County Commander Sheriff Hardwick who called security on me, and that should not be allowed in the Wayne County, in the KMAC building. Also, there is a problem with, I understand, I just got an email from Mr. Frank Hardister that you made a deal that, however you call it, that the courts can record their hearings by Zoom and no longer have court reporters in the room. The problem with that is I continue to get inaccurate transcripts with a lot of inaudible in it. And in the old school way, when the court reporters were there, the court reporters could stop, ask people to pause and be clear about what was said. So I'm really disappointed that I haven't heard back about my concerns about the court, the lack of funding, the lack of staff. It's very difficult to schedule a review of Zoom recordings of the courts anyway, because apparently they only have one person assigned to do that. And I've seen people leave that office before 4 p.m. and the courts are supposed to be open till 4:30 p.m. Why can't a person requesting a review just simply be told at the time of the request, these are the times we have available, and then pick one, instead of have all this back and forth where the lady says, well, what times are you available? Then I give her the times that I'm not available, and she writes back the time that I wasn't available. So there's a lot of problems at Third Circuit Court, and I'm very disappointed that people don't seem to be concerned about the abuse that happened to me. I also certainly hope.
Thank you, ma'am. Your 2 minutes are up. I'll let you go about 30 seconds over. Thank you so much. If you could put those concerns in writing, because I haven't received those, that'd be helpful. Thank you.
I've
Next person.
Phone number ending in 4534.
Someone on the telephone. Someone on the telephone ending in 4534.
That's me,
Unmute.
Miss Work. I already spoke, but my hand got lowered on this, so I went in on two devices. A
All right.
response, some action would be appreciated about my concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So what I said, I don't know if you heard or not, was if you could please put those in writing because I am not aware of those, and then we can address your concerns. Thank you. Is there anyone in any cards?
Yes, we have one card, Yolanda Shepherd.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yolanda Shepherd. I approach you as a resident in Wayne County, a taxpayer in Wayne County, and an employee of Wayne County. I have several concerns, and a lot of them concerns Oracle. We have an upcoming inventory, and my projection, because of the lack of transparency with the accuracy of inventory, I project a loss of Act 51 money from anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. That's an estimate that I'm giving. The Oracle individuals are telling me they will just write a letter to the auditors. Who is we? Because I'm certainly not putting my name on an inventory that we have had a close accuracy proximity of less than a 5% variance over the last 25 years that I have been doing inventory. I have been an employee for almost 40 years. I take pride in what I do. I have recently been attacked because of my tone. I have problems with Oracle, but I still work with Oracle to try to get our things accomplished. I called the supplier portal one time on behalf of a vendor, and I was given the response of, we'll just strong arm the vendor into making them comply to Oracle. That to me is very unacceptable. We have had 45 individuals separate from DPS in the last 6 months, 35 of which have voluntarily quit. Several, yes, have been fired, and several have retired because of what we have deemed low morale. That too seems to be unacceptable. We are currently requesting a modification on one of our aggregate contracts for hauling. Why? I understand we need the product, but Wayne County has just purchased 4 gravel haulers at over $115,000 each. Why are we reaching out to pay a vendor to haul something when we now have the equipment to do so? I have received several wrong contracts from procurement, from the Oracle guru, who has since been let go from Wayne County because of questionable activities in another part of government. Wayne County didn't even buy the inventory the inventory piece for Oracle. So we're continually piecemealing and doing a whole bunch of workarounds. We have a lot of employees that are frustrated with the inefficiencies of Oracle. And yes, I am one. I am going to end right there.
Thank you so much. If you could put those issues in writing to Mr. Wilson, Henry Wilson, I don't know if you're in here.
And can
If
you
you
leave?
can, if you can give that information so that we can review it, we thank you so much. And thank you for your 40 years of service to Wayne County as well.
Madam
Thank you
Chair,
so
could we
very
ask
much.
her to leave her contact with them as well?
Yes. And your contact, please, so we can respond back to you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Are there any other cards?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone else in the chambers who would like to give public comments at this time?
Good morning. Betsy Palzola, Community Development Director. I forgot to remind everyone, tomorrow we're doing a groundbreaking for the Miracle Diamond Baseball Field in Southgate at 9 a.m. You should have all received invites, I think both from us and from the city of Southgate. But just if anyone's interested, it's a special baseball diamond for children and adults with disabilities and other sort of mobility impairments, and we're pretty excited about it. So thank you.
Thank you so much for that reminder. We did get that in the email. Thank you so much. Any other public comments in the audience? Come on to the microphone if anyone has public comments. Hit the button so the light can come on. There it is. You're good. Thank you. You're good.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Latanya Gator. I am a Detroit native, Dearborn Heights resident for over a decade now. And I was also one of the candidates seeking interest to fill the vacancy of District 8. Wanted to personally thank this commission for considering my application and my interest letter. Again, even though I was not the recommended nor the appointed commissioner today, I, with grace and humility, again, congratulate Hassan Ahmed to be our District 8 Commissioner, and I just wanted him to know that I support him. We have done many projects and partnered on many initiatives in the District 8 community and in Dearborn Heights, and again, I hope to get the opportunity to collaborate in the future. And last but not least, I wanted to thank former Commissioner David Kniezek for his service to District 8. We have aligned on many initiatives such as in education, in behavioral health, and community service. And again, I appreciate his leadership and his legacy. And again, I wish him the best on his presidency at Henry Ford College. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you. And let me just, Ms. Gator, before you leave, Ms. Gator is on our Wayne County Women's Commission, and she's done an excellent job on that Women's Commission for many, many years. So thank you so much for your service to Wayne County Women's Commission, and we continue to expect great things for you on that Wayne County Women's Commission. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much, Chair Bill. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any additional public comments in the chambers? Any additional public comments in chambers? Any additional public comments? Okay, hearing none. Next item,
Reconsiderations,
there are none.
remarks by members,
Remarks by members. Remember, there's 5 minutes for remarks by members. You don't have to take all 5. But yes, I'm sorry. Oh, it's only 3 minutes. Oh, I gave you 2 more minutes. So the 3 minutes, 3 minutes remarks by members of any, oh, lots of people. Okay, Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydun.
Madam Chair, thank you again. I just want to thank my colleagues for placing their trust in this process and for electing our dear friend and your colleague, Commissioner, to be Hassan Ahmed when he's sworn in. To Mrs. Gator, this is the first time I see her and I met her in public. I did read her bio and her resume. I will just say simply, Latanya, you're a class act. You are truly a class act, and it shows. You have a bright future ahead of you. I'm so proud to see people like you. And Kareem, again, I know how active you are in the Dearborn and Dearborn Heights communities. You have a bright future ahead of you. Commissioner Al Wilson, I truly, truly appreciate the passion that you bring to this commission, and I love you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 3 minutes and items that are not on the agenda can be discussed at public remarks by members. Who would we go to now? Start this board. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I wanted to congratulate all of the winners here today and also Commissioner Peterson Mayberry on your election. And I just hope that we will all come together after this election. It was a lot of divisiveness and, you know, infighting, but sometimes that makes us better people. It makes us think about what we're doing and makes us do the right thing. As the saying goes, you should do the right thing when nobody's looking, right? With that, I just wanted to congratulate everyone and look forward to a general election where we all come together to win. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Peterson Mayberry.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do just want to thank all of my colleagues. Thank you for your vote of confidence. And when I first walked into this space and your vote of confidence again, I know you all were not in my district to vote, but you all really supported me in this space. And so I'm super excited to now get back to work. It never ceased. I was walking and chewing bubblegum at the same time. But I appreciate the fact that you all have welcomed me. I know it's kind of a standing joke that when we're in committee, the chair will say, any questions? Peterson, maybe they'll just kind of look at me because they know I'm pretty much going to have questions. But coming on during budget season last year, I felt like I was drinking from a fire hydrant, trying to sit with department leads and, you know, sit with my commissioners and learn what everybody was doing. And so now it's just a water fountain during budget season this time. But I look forward to working the next 2 years with the rest of my colleagues. And I welcome our newest, I think he just walked, oh no, he's still here. Welcome our newest commissioner. Thank you. I will just say, I won't say that. I did abstain for the vote. Nothing against the individual. I had given my energy to someone previous. I'll just be honest, Miss Gator. I had done that, and I think it's appropriate to say it because that's what I had done. And I know she had approached us much earlier. And so to my colleague Wilson's point about us just finding out yesterday who the recommendation would be, I wanted to be a person of my word and have integrity. So I said that I would support, and so I did that, but it was nothing against the newest commissioner. I welcome him, and I look forward to doing great work together. Thank you to all my colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Commissioner Baydun, you're right. I just met her this morning and she introduced herself to me and I just thought that, wow, that was just really nice. In fact, I felt I knew her. I gave her a hug. I didn't even know her, but thank you. So just keep on being you. Appreciate you. And to our newest colleague, God bless you and welcome. Look forward to working with you. Thank you. And
Thank you, Commissioner.
thank you.
Commissioner Garza.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, I just want to extend congratulations to our colleague on her election. I just want to say I'm so proud of you. It's great to work with you so far. I look forward to working with you for the next couple of years, so, and beyond. I just want to mention, just for the process of the appointment, and I know we received many resumes from folks that were interested in the position. I reached out to several folks before we of course, had the determination of our new colleague today, but I just want to say I was very impressed with the applicants that came forward and the folks that I've had conversations with, a few of them, Latanya, Kareem, just amazing individuals. So I just want to say thank you for everyone from District 8 who had interest in the position, and welcome to our newest colleague, Hassan Ahmed. We look forward to working with you as well. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much.
And let me just say openly, congratulations to my young colleague that sits in front of me. God bless you. Look forward to continuing to work with you. Thank you.
Go down the road, Commissioner Kinlock.
Lunch is at noon. Seventh
On the
floor.
menu.
Thank you, Commissioner Marecki.
Your mic, Commissioner. Your mic.
Your mic.
I want to thank all of you for the prayers and the thoughts and inquiries of my granddaughter. It means a ton. The community came out. They've been amazing for the last 2 years, but now it's been overwhelming. So thank you. And hopefully, if everything goes well tomorrow, they'll fly back to Michigan on Saturday. So thank you.
Well, you know, Commissioner, as they say, when prayers go up, blessings come down, and blessings have certainly come down on your beautiful granddaughter, and we'll continue to pray for her and the family.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is so critical, and there's a couple surgeons in the world that can do this, and we were
Wow.
very blessed to have one of the best. So thank you.
Amen. Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydun.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair. I forgot to congratulate my colleague Peterson Mayberry on a very well-deserved victory. I'm very impressed with everything that you have brought to this commission. And I can tell you, you will always have Commissioner Baydun in your corner for whatever office you run for. Thank you.
Right. I think that any other remarks by members? And now, Commissioner Wilson. Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just switching gears. Just want to thank everybody. I'm sure you all are aware that we were able to get that Wayne County transit millage ballot passed, and that was a great job. That was a great job by everybody here in this room. CEO Evans was out front and center, so a commendation to him. Deputy CEO Turfy was everywhere pushing this legislative necessity. Darcel Brown and his staff did a great job of harassing me and making sure that we all were on the same page, and I appreciate you, young brother, for that. I say that playfully, brother, but I appreciate all the work you've done as well and your team. So yeah, that was a great victory for us. Now we be connected to Macomb and Oakland, and we can get our senior citizens and our folks with disabilities an opportunity to actually, go to work, go to their doctor's offices. It's just a great feeling to have Wayne County connect the dots and get our people get them moving forward, and get them into the places that they need to get to in order to thrive in their lives. So again, great accomplishment. I'm so proud of all of you for your efforts in getting this millage passed. Finally, again, I hate to keep using this word, but somehow this word remiss keeps getting stuck in my throat. I think I've probably used that about 17 times since I've been commissioner, but I'm going to find another word. But I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate my sister, I'm sorry, Peterson Mayberry. Y'all sit next to each other. I'm sorry. Jonathan, that was for you. That was for you, Jonathan. I'm sorry, that was for Jonathan, because he always gets the last name mixed up. But Peterson Mayberry, Baker McCormick, God bless you. But Peterson Mayberry, thank you. Don't try it, Alicia Bell, don't try it. Peterson Mayberry, I want to thank you for all your efforts and your congratulations towards your victory the other day. As Baydun has said, and a lot of our colleagues have said, You are an incredible commissioner. We're so proud to have you on this commission for the next 2.5 years and beyond. So I know you'll continue to do the great work that this commission expects out of you. And I'm just so proud to have supported you up front. You cost me a little money, but I'm proud to support you up front. And I'll be proud to support you in the future. And also, I've already said it just to conclude, young man here, Mr. Hassan Ahmad, sir, sharp dresser, pretty smart man. I've talked to you a few times. I know you'll do great in your role, and I look forward to you and I sitting down and chatting about some of the issues that you have that I can help you with, and some of the issues that I have that you can help me with as well. So welcome, sir. Appreciate you being on the commission, and we all look forward to working with you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. One last thing I'll say before we adjourn is again, congratulations, Commissioner Angelique Peterson Mayberry. It was a fight, but you prevailed because you are such an asset to this body, and we're so very proud of you and all of your accomplishments, and so happy that you are here with us. So congratulations again. Congratulations to Mr. Ahmad. We look forward to your leadership on this board as well. So I think all in all, it's been a wonderful meeting today. And as Commissioner Kinlock said, lunch is